Managing project constraints. Project operates within a certain limitation known as constraints. Managing these constraints effectively is essential to ensure that the project objectives are met on a time, within budget, and with desired quality. What are project constraints? Project constraints are factors that limit project execution and outcome. They define the boundaries within which a project must operate. The main constraints include scope, time, cost, quality, resources, and risk. Scope constraints. Scope defines what work is required and what is not included in the project. The importance of this is that it prevents scopes creep and keeps the team focused on approved objectives. Challenges: managing changes and stakeholders' expectations. Examples: adding a few features to a software project without updating a schedule or budget. Time: reference to a schedule or time frame available to complete the project. Importance: ensure timely delivery of project milestones. Challenges is delays due to dependencies, poor planning, or unforeseen issues. For example, construction delays caused by weather or supply chain problems. Cost constraints. A cost constraint is a financial limit or budget set for a project. The importance of cost constraints ensures that resources are used efficiently and the project remains financially valuable. Challenges are underestimating cost or unexpected expenses. Examples: an increased material cost leading to a budget overruns.
Quality constraint it's ensured that project deliverables meet standards and stakeholder expectation. The importance determines customers' satisfaction and project success, while the challenges maintaining quality when reducing cost or time. For example, rushing production can reduce quality control checks. Next is resource constraint. It availability of human material and technological resources and the importance ensures sufficient manpower and tools for project execution. While the challenges resource shortage or uneven distribution. For example, limited skills, labor delaying project progress. Risk constraints potential events that could impact the project objective and the importance help identify and mitigate possible issues before they occur. While it has challenges, unpredictable risk or poor risk assessment. And the example, economic is instability affecting funding. Balancing the constraint. All the constraints are interconnected. A change in one impacts others. Example, extending scope may increase time and cost. Project managers must balance these constraints by prioritizing project goals. Tools such as Gantt charts and risk analysis. And managing constraint in real life project. First, define clear objectives and scope. Second, develop a realistic schedule and budget. Third, allocate resources efficiently. And monitor quality continuously. If identify and mitigate risk early and communicate regularly with stakeholders. Example, in software development, agile methodology helps manage time, scope, and quality effectively.
Common practices applied in successful projects. We have the set goals. Set clear goals. In setting clear goals, you should know exactly what your project is about and what you need to achieve. Example, your science group decides to go is to show how plants grow under different types of light. When everyone knows the goal, it's easier to stay focused. Another example of setting goals is to look for a problem and look for ways to solve or to ease the problem, and that will be your goal. And after knowing your goal, the next step is to start. But before you start with your goal, you should first need to set a plan on how you will execute the goal. And here we have plan before you start. If you're in a group project, you have to make a simple plan of who will do what and what materials you need and when each part should be done. Example plan is day 1, research. Day 2, collect materials. Day 3, do experiments. And day 4, make poster. And day 5, the last part, practice presentation. Planning help avoid rushing at the last minute. In a group project, of course, you're not going to be the only one who's going to do all the tasks. You have to assign each of your members of who will do this and who will do that, and set duration of how long each of your tasks will take. Communicate well. Communication is also important in a group project. Talk with your teammates often, share ideas, and update each other. In this way, you'll be able to know who among your teammates needs more time or who among your teammates have finished their part. Example, your group creates a chat or meets after school to say, I finished my part or I need help with this section. Good communication keeps everyone on track.
Divide tasks fairly, which means everyone in the group has to do job. Example of this is you make a slides and the other one is write the report, the other one collects the pictures, that teamwork. Then second is work as a team, which means help each other and listen different ideas. For example, this is if you don't agree on a design, you must listen and find a compromise that everyone likes. Third is check your progress, which means review how things are going, are on time and doing well. Example for this is halfway the project your group checks what's done and what's still your adjust for your plan to solve it. That would be all.
Solve problem quickly. If something goes wrong, stay calm and find a solution together. Example, you forget to print pictures for the poster. Instead of panicking, you decide you drew them or print them at school. Learn from the experience. After finishing, think about what went well and what could be better next time. Example, you realize starting earlier made everything easier, so next project you'll do the same.
Principles of project management. Project managements involve applying knowledge, skills, tools, and technologies to project activities to meet specific goals within constraints like time, budget, scope. The Project Management Institute outlines 12 core principles that guide effective project delivery. These principles are interconnected and adaptable to various contexts. Below, I'll break down the with brief explanation and example. Number 1, stewardship. Take responsibility for the project's outcomes, ensuring ethical behavior, transparency, and accountability. For example, a project manager audits expenses to prevent fraud and reports progress honestly to stakeholders. Team. Foster a collaborative environment where team members are empowered, diverse, and motivated. For example, using agile methods to encourage daily stand ups, allowing team input in task assignment. Stakeholders. Identify, engage, and manage all parties affected by the project to align expectations and reduce conflicts. For example, conducting stakeholders interviews early to gather requirements for a software development project. Value. Focus on delivering benefits, justify the project cost, optimizing resources for maximum return. For example, prioritizing features in product launch that yield the highest customer satisfaction and revenue. System thinking. View the project as part of a larger system, constraints, interdependencies, and holistic impacts. For example, a constitution project assessing how delays in one phase affects suppliers, timelines, and overall budget. Number 6, leadership. Provide vision, inspire trust, and guide the team through challenges with adaptive leadership styles. For example, a leader using transformational tactics to motivate a team during a tight deadline.
Tailoring, customized approach, process, and tools to fit the project unique context rather than applying a one size fit at all method. Example, using a waterfall for a predictable engineering project but eagle for an innovating teach startup. Next is the quality. Quality ensured deliverables meet standards and expectation through continuous improvement and defect prevention. Example, implementing quality check and testing pace in software development to minimize bugs. Next is the complexity. Recognize and navigate uncertainties, ambiguities, and interdependence in complex project. Example, using scenario planning for a global supply chain project effect by geopolitical risk. So the next is risk. Approachability, identify assess and mitigate risk to minimize negative impacts. Example, creating a risk register for marketing campaign, including contingency plan for budget overruns. Next is adaptability and resiliency. Embrace change and build flexibility to recover from setbacks. Example, pivoting product strategy in response to market feedback during a pandemic. Number 12, change. Change is managed transition effectively and anticipating and facilitating organizational or project changes. Example, using change management plans to train employees on new software in company-wide IT upgrade.